Alright, I want to see how many of you remember certain technologies here. I gotta. Some of this might be obscure. Some of this might be a holy crap, I forgot about this sort of thing. First, I want to know who grew up with this. It was on almost a good idea type of a thing, but it came out a little early. The laser disc, big. I'll just say they were the early equivalent of our DVDs nowadays, but they were based off of the best of my recollection. They looked like they were about the size of vinyl records. Younger viewers may have to look up what a vinyl record was, so I'll give you a little time. But yeah, laser discs. I remember seeing those. Ooh, had to be early 90s myself. Next idea came out around the same time as the VCR, the Betamax. Yeah, pretty much the same concept, except you could record maybe 30 minutes of programming on a tape, or yeah, basically a Betamax tape back then. You had about 30 minutes. Quality was better, but you had a lot less recording time than the VCR and I guess the VHS tape. And yeah, it was never really caught on because of the fact that you could only do so much with it. If it wasn't for that, it might have been a more viable competitor to the VCR. Lastly, you might have to be even older to remember this idea. The 8-track player. Yeah. Basically, I think for some of you that might be too young to remember these, I'll equate them to something along the line of the cassette player, which, oof. If some of you have never seen a cassette player, then forget I said anything, but I might have to recommend looking everything up on Google if you're not familiar with the 8-track. Big clonking little. Ugh. They were big, again, portable tapes or whatever that you could put into a machine and play it if you wanted actual music. Ugh. How those were ever considered a good idea to begin with, yeah, beats the holy hell out of me. Thought you might wanted to. Let's try that again. Thought some of you might want to go down memory lane on those ideas. Oh, hold on a sec. Speaking of old ideas, how many of you remember the Sega CD? Yeah, before we had game systems like PlayStation and Xbox and all that other good stuff, now Sega actually experimented with games on the CD discs. Yeah. Again, I think I might have been an idea of being a little early for the market and didn't take off like the current gaming systems do now. So yeah, good idea, just ahead of the time.